man, look at that. Look at that. That's some crazy shit, man. Wait,
I know,
hold on a
right?
second. Hold on a second. Let me backstep this shit. I gotta bring Craig.
Bring in Craig. We forgot all about
I
Craig.
forgot all about Craig, man. What can I say? He was legend, MVP.
Now recording.
There we go. All right.
Beautiful. Well, good morning, afternoon, and night. Whenever you listen to us, I'm Paul with Drunkscussions. Once again, followed and here with Logan and Connery. How are you guys doing? What are you drinking on?
I'm doing good, buddy. Currently, I'm drinking on some Captain Morgan coconut rum, and I've got some Michelob Ultra. And look, we're starting late tonight. What can I say? It's just how schedules work. Sometime it's real life after fake life, right? And this is fake life. So I've been pre-gaming all day. I am hammered. I'm ready to go. What are you drinking on, Logan?
I've got Maker's Mark Honeysuckle. What are you drinking on, Connery?
Something broke. Hold on a
Rum? He said rum. I'm pretty sure he said rum.
Let me fix this. Boop. I am drinking on Captain Morgan coconut rum, and then I'm also drinking on some Michelob Ultras. I might have some Whitey Claws also to sip on.
I'm not legally allowed to drink Captain Morgan anymore.
Why is that?
Yeah,
You got a
blacking
story?
out. I'm drinking on a Rebel Handpicked Distillers Collection. Got this
Oh.
lucky baby at a drop, and it is fantastic.
How is it? Like, give me a description of the taste. What you got?
Well, it's 113, right? 113 proof. Which anything above 100, I love. Like if it's below that, it's kind of weak. Fair vanilla. It's honestly hits like when you drink it, it's still smooth like an 85. So I mean, I think it's a 9 out of 10 for real. It's one of my favorite ones so far.
So you got a problem. You got a problem, is what you're saying.
Why
Under
is that?
100, you're like, oh, it's pussy shit.
Kind of is. I mean, when it comes to bourbon in general, it's usually a higher proof. But if you like the lower end proof stuff, whatever, go for it. Good for you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Good for you.
So how was your
But-
guys' weeks? How was you guys'
was-
weeks, man?
Well, I want to talk to you. You look like you had one hell of a week because you redid everything on our Twitch.
Everything. Oh, look, your mic still drops out. Yeah, I did a full fucking rehaul. Transitions, intros, landing screens, everything is fucking brand new. We're going all out. We're going professional. We have a top of the notch fucking Twitch stream now. You donate, shit shows up. You've got
Right.
you got a beer jug, shit's filling up while the intro's going. You got all this stuff going on. Look. And this is the benefit to watching us on Twitch. You get to watch us live. It is hit or miss. To all of our listeners that are listening to us every single Monday morning at 6 a.m. Love you. Love every single one of you guys. But if you want to listen to us live, it could be hit or miss. It could be Friday. It could be Saturday. We're basing off of schedules.
Working on it. We're working on it. Eventually, it will be set in stone. But I see you're wearing a football jersey. And we'll get into that later. But I want to talk about this podcast coming up here. We have an interesting one for everyone. It's going to be everything from including our past to our future and our present now. So prepare to open your minds and let's roll that intro.
Let's roll that intro.
What happened was we got caught up in a drunk discussion, and then he burned the bacon.
Where we talk about everything and know nothing.
You know what I mean? So it kind of seems like a win-win-win.
Here's Gerald.
Here's
everybody, I'm dead.
Just draw a dick on it. It's not offensive. It's a dick. Everyone's got a dick nowadays.
Dude, tell me more, because I don't know anything about it.
Oh, a flapper's a 1920s dancer, you motherfucker.
Got a lot of bagels. I like my bagels. Chug 30.
Cheers. Salud.
I mean, this shit's free, right? Monday morning. Chime on in.
Tranquility Base here.
Discussions.
The Eagle has landed.
So, with that all being said, look, that was an intro and a half. I don't know how it sounded. I actually couldn't hear it myself, so we'll see how it goes. As far as the live side of it's going, but yeah. So we've got a lot going on. We've got a lot to talk about. Paul said future, past, present, you name it. Paul, let's go ahead and take it away. Let's talk about today. So how'd today go? I heard your team kicked ass, taking names. What happened? Give me a rundown of what happened today.
I'm not going to say my team, but yeah, I am a football coach. So that's part of the reason why things run late. You know, we have lives and stuff. And I saw you have that jersey on. So it's football season now, and it's in the air. Fall is upon us. We did not play offensively as great as we could have. Defensively, we did well. We have a lot of things we got to tweak, but having one side of the ball on the field the whole time is rough. But yeah, that's the present.
So you didn't win, is what you're saying?
No, we didn't win. We didn't win.
Fair enough. How's your present, Logan? It was going pretty good.
Pretty good, man. Honestly, I can't complain, which means a lot, Um, I had a good day of work. Made some good progress at work, and then I got off work and won a game of Apex, which, like a 3% chance of that. So that's pretty good. It's good
It's
luck for a day.
0% if I'm involved. So that you did
No,
good.
you've won one before.
Two.
We had to carry you, but we won one.
I won 2, and I was dead the second one. So yeah.
Yeah, that's my excuse for not lifting, because I just carry you every time we play.
The muscles, man, and the fingers. Well, hey, I'm glad everything sounded great. All of our listeners, all of our viewers are saying, look, the intro sounded great. So I'm happy that went through. It was big changes. I spent a few hours building everything that's going on here. So, Paul, let's take it away. Where do you want to start, buddy? You said past, future, present. What's going on?
So here's the thing. I had a drunk discussion. A friend came over, and we might as well drink a drunk discussion. Cheers to you guys, by the way.
Cheers. Salud.
We had a drunk discussion, how epiphany kind of happened, and I wrote it down. We've kind of talked about things in the past that have, it's mind-blowing how far we've come, right? So we started off talking just about how we watched movies and TV and everything, and what our parents dealt with to now. My parents, had an era where there was no TV, and radio was the thing, and then they had television, and we kind of skyrocketed in such a short period of time so far in the cinematic world. We went from that to antenna and satellite, to VHS, to DVD and Blu-ray, to now everything's streamed or downloaded electronically and digitally. So, we've grown so far in such a short period of time. How do we beat it? What's next? What beats streaming?
So, that's a good question. First off, didn't you have a little girl come up to you and say something about what is a VHS? Isn't that so disappointing?
It really
The
is.
fact that there are
For you?
human beings alive that don't know what a VHS is. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. All right. There are people who don't know what email is that are alive right now. So,
But I think the thing that hurts me worse, and this is a thing, I didn't realize this, there are people that were born in the 90s where they had to reload and rewind their VHS, or it was built into the machine and they just clicked a button and it did it for them. I had to take it out and put it in a little card that rewinded it and then put it back in until a couple years down the road, we were able to get one where it was built into it, or it would rewind for you.
yeah, you had to hold the button, but it did it for you.
Yeah.
What was your guys'?
And there wasn't a remote either. You had to go up and...
Did you guys ever accidentally access the VHS of recordings you probably shouldn't have saw because your dad was frisky one day trying to record you being born?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that
Just
just you?
Just you?
Just me, I guess.
Some solo trauma?
Yeah.
Oh god. I mean,
I've solo trauma.
I have wedding ones and stuff that I kept of my parents' wedding, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it. I mean, it's eh.
Did you ever overwrite another VHS?
Oh my
Yes.
god, yes, that's different. Oh no.
Okay.
Your parents would kill you.
Yeah, they did. So what did you overwrite?
I think it was at the time the new Jurassic Park, and my dad got it onto it, and then I recorded something over it on accident, and he was pissed. And it was a kid's show, like SpongeBob or something stupid, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely overwrit. It was something, I think it was the first Christmas or second Christmas or whatever that my parents recorded. I overwrote it with Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, and I don't know if anyone remembers that fucking movie. It was a cult classic. It was a volcano in California or New York or something.
Yeah, no, I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cult classic, as well as Godzilla with
Godzilla in general is now.
Yeah, it was when he was holding the lighter over the guy on the boat, and he was like, Godzilla.
That's Godzilla 2000, I'm pretty sure.
It was 2000, 1998,
Yeah.
1994, around there.
No, it was Godzilla 2000, I remember it.
Definitely overrode a few of them.
That's the worst one.
I fucking wholeheartedly disagree with you, for
That's
starters.
the smallest Godzilla ever. It is the worst one. He's like T-Rex.
That's fine. It was still an attractive movie for me. I enjoyed Godzilla, but with that being said, yeah, I overwrote and I definitely ruined a lot of VHSs. Like my parents would sit there with
A lot?
scissors.
You didn't learn after the first?
Well,
They didn't beat you hard enough then.
for starters, there's overwriting, right? And typically that happens after you pull out all of the tape from one of them, right? You know, when you're pulling out the tape and then you've got to like take out a pair of scissors and
It was a
wind it back
bitch.
to roll it back into it. Yeah, I've done both multiple times.
Yeah, mine was just something like my parents had a TV show that they watched every week and they had to record it because they missed it. I think they went out or something like that. And I just overrode it with like some kid's show while my grandma was watching me and they didn't get to
Think.
watch their show. But First Christmas, that's top of the charts there, man. Like bow down, bow down.
Yeah.
So, but like, think about that. People don't know that, and then people still don't know or remember when TiVo was like a thing where you could record multiple commercial shows on cable, and then that disappeared. Now we just have everything on streaming services, and like you can get it from your phone at any time. Like to think that we came from that to now in just our lifetime, let our parents have obviously significantly changed more and drastically. Like, what is better than streaming? How are we going to surpass streaming for entertainment?
So say 10 years, right? 10 to 12-year-olds, people you can have somewhat intellectual conversations with. You can bring up a VHS and they're like, what is that? You bring up a DVD and they're like, what is that? You bring up a fucking DVR and they're like, what is that? What is the next thing is what you're asking of
Exactly.
after streaming.
Agreed.
Probably virtual reality, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't know about that, Paul.
I
Oh.
don't because I never got my one from Connery.
Well, speaking of
Oh,
which, it's somewhere around here. Look, we'll be honest. Logan, you and I can both attest to this. Virtual reality is great for about 2 weeks, and that's about it.
Um, I would play more virtual reality if I had people to play with, but the issue for me with virtual reality is I can look at a computer for extended periods of time, but I cannot have those goggles on for an extended period of time. Like I could probably play 18 holes of golf virtually, and then that's about all I can do.
right.
Or a few games of something else, and then, which honestly is probably better than sitting at a computer screen for, 8 hours.
Yeah, you're
But
standing.
yeah, I need to get a standing desk for work. But
You know,
either way,
you would have someone to play with if I had mine.
Oh,
true.
just like when you play with us at night when you're home from work. Oh wait, yeah, you don't do that either.
Well, it's also during season. What do you want
Fight,
from me?
fight, fight,
Fight,
fight,
fight.
Fight,
fight,
fight.
fight.
No, realistically, I see it going to a point where you have implants in the body, right?
Yep.
Whoa.
You have something that can stream, but something that can also store, right? So you have some sort of implanted storage device. You have a device that's able to allow you to see through your eyesight, right? Something you're able to visibly see in the real world, if you will, as such as like artificial reality rather than VR virtual. And then a storage device. So say you have a show coming on, rather than putting on a piece of headset or putting on, whatever it may be, or watching TV, you're just able to sit there and just stare blankly into something. I see that being a possibility.
Yeah, I think for me, like probably what they could do, um, is between the hippocampus and the amygdala, where memories are encoded. They could put
Oh.
like in the brain, they could put
Hmm.
a kind of like a Neuralink kind of deal, and then you could relive your memories, but like you would not be seeing, like I wouldn't be seeing my computer screen right now. I would be seeing like living that memory over again.
Right.
And I think then you could eventually turn that into something where like you can watch a TV show but not on a television, just like in your head. You know what I mean? Like you can choose playback on whatever you would like and you download that data into your brain and then trick it into allowing you to view it in real time, kind of like a dream.
Did you see the TikToker that went ahead and did a 360 camera of his life every single day for a year straight? and then he
What? That's a thing?
yeah,
That's
and,
terrifying.
and then he
That's
programmed-
terrifying. Yeah.
Oh, beer burps.
So do we get the shower scenes?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
So he had shower scenes. He had bath
I'm always
scenes.
watching.
Yeah, he had all of these different types of scenes that he went ahead and programmed, and he made it so that the moment you type in a date or time, it would take you to his 3D version of that. So he was able to technically relive his future or his past in where he is now. So he was able to see, okay, where was I on August 21st of 2022 or 2021 at 3 p.m. and he put it in, and he was like walking around a park, he was at the bathroom,
Right.
things like that. I wouldn't imagine that's capable. I mean, you're talking like he had 31 terabytes worth of data. You're talking massive amount of data, massive amount of streams. I mean, there was I couldn't even imagine 31 terabytes, right? That's a lot of fucking data.
So, but what do they consider our memory as it is as like a human species? Why, like, how is there a generic amount for like how much data we as a person can consume
How
or
much can we
hold?
process and how much
Yeah.
we can store
Like, is
are
that
two
is that a
different things.
thing? I don't know if that's a thing, but
Are you
like,
asking like how much we can store?
yeah, like our memory. Like, not all of us are gonna be the same. You know, some of us are gonna be much worse. But like, an average? Is there an average?
That's a question I was not
Uh,
prepared for.
uh, a petabyte, which is 1,024 terabytes, or 1,000,000 gigabytes. That is referencing Google. Um, Cannot confirm that it's a reliable source, just the first thing that came up, but that's a lot of data.
That's a
So
lot of data.
most computational neuroscientists tend to estimate a human storage capacity somewhere between 10 terabytes and 100 terabytes, which is still a fucking ridiculous amount. I mean, when you think about it, that guy had
Right.
31 terabytes of data after a year. I mean, that's going to be filled up pretty quick.
That's why memories fade.
Yeah, the brain
Right.
stores
It's
about
like
180 to 320 terabytes of data. It is unclear from the article whether the variation in views of computational neuroscientists is due to different opinions on the assumptions stated above or the number of synapses in the brain. So if you smoke a lot of weed, maybe you have less terabyte than the person that doesn't. Who knows? But
yeah, that's
It's
I
so
don't think we can
absurd to think
comprehend.
about.
It's like where Homer Simpson said, like, when he learns something new, something else has to come out. Was that Homer? Or was it Peter? It was one of those adult animation shows.
sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
for sure.
probably right.
Yep. I'm in danger.
It's crazy
But
though
I
that the
mean,
human mind in general, like I've got 2 terabytes in a drive that's the size of slimmer than my hand, right? You could
right.
typically keep the human mind in a safe, is what it's coming down to. Imagine a whole bunch of safes of just human minds. No, that's creepy.
And to
Well, I
think
think
where we came from, where we had literally a whole room for one computer, and like to
For a
where it's now
floppy
on the
disk.
size of our pocket. Yeah, like
Well,
it's
to clarify
incredible.
too, though, when you're talking about mind, it's not just your memories, right? So, like, how much more data is there in just processing? Like, if we think about it like a computer, all of the code written, how much additional data is that too? Like, for data date, like, I moved my finger, something up here is allowing me to do that. Does that
Right.
make sense? It's a process that has to occur. So in addition to your memories, is that like everything,
I
the
think
10
that's
terabytes,
RAM,
or
right?
random access memory?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's processing, right? So you've got. I would imagine a human has a certain amount of processing speed, and then an amount of accessible memory that's allocated to memories, if you will. I don't know. I mean, one thing I wanted to talk about was definitely human. Um, I guess the best way of putting it is implants, human implants in the body to act as a superiority to the normal human body.
We
Um,
already do that technically.
we do. I mean, we do that with like pacemakers. We do that with a bunch of different medical devices. I mean, you have smartwatches, you have defibrillators, you have bracelets, cell phones. I mean, even a cell phone would be technically described as an implant, if you will, because it's always on our person.
I
We're
love
getting to that point where
smartwatches.
it's going to be physically, yeah, implanted. You almost. So you're saying we're going to be more and more like cyborg later on. We become one with machine.
Yeah, I see our bodies going to that direction. Yeah, I do.
Couldn't you stop all pain by dampening the nervous system at the base of the neck, and then the person, whoever was in any pain, you could temporarily stop signals? The issue then, of course, would be to continue the signals, but couldn't you make it where people no longer feel pain through an implant like
I
that
think
too?
that's what Elon Musk was talking about doing with his neuro chip. Is like you could change pain sensors and like react, certain things in your body that if you're suffering from a disease or whatever, it can almost like block it, act like it's not there, or ignore it.
Trick your
Uh,
body,
right, trick your body. Which is that fixing it, or is that just pushing off the pain and pushing off the problem? Like,
delaying the inevitable.
obviously, when you go to a doctor, right, and they're like, "What's your pain threshold?" You don't go like, "Oh, it's a 5 out of 10. That's pretty normal." It's like, no, it should be 0. The normal is 0, no pain. If there is anything, there's something that needs to be fixed or that is wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you look at somebody that's in their 50s where they're going through a daily threshold of pain, right? They're like, oh, my life
Yeah,
is existential crisis.
arthritis or
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like, oh, I always am. I'm dealing with my wrist locking up. I'm always dealing with my back having pinched nerves. I'm just kind of used to it. I mean, would you base that off of 0 or I don't know? There's a lot that goes into pain, I guess. I mean, there's people that are also into the sexual pain as
I
well.
mean, yeah, people were to want to feel pain, but at the same point, it's like if you don't have to feel that stuff, I get why people would do it, but you're pushing off an injury potentially. Like if you're gonna walk on something wrong and your body's telling you that there's a pain because you're sleeping on it wrong or walking on it wrong or not doing something correctly and you're not feeling it, are you gonna change it and then potentially make something worse? Like that's where I'm getting at.
That's why they say stubbornness can sometimes be a redeeming quality.
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Um, yeah, yeah, but I mean, imagine this one day, like you remember us in high school, like when smartphones came out, like at least for
Oh
me,
yeah.
it was like smartphones were all of a sudden everywhere. Like people would be watching YouTube in class and stuff like that, and I would always be sitting there like a good little boy, I don't want to take my phone out because if I get caught by teacher, man. But imagine you just like
They'll tell
you're
you to
just
put
like
it away
boop 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 boop, and then you're watching a TV show in your head. Like
or
what
on
do
your
they?
glasses.
Did,
It could be like glasses.
did you guys do the answers on an iPod Shuffle?
What?
Never. You cheated?
I definitely did. But hey, Mr. White, Mr. White, look, social
Uh,
studies was a blast. I loved you. You're a great teacher, but I definitely had an iPod Shuffle. And he was like, class, you may listen to music. And I definitely recorded myself telling the answers of the test to myself and
That's
listened to it
genius.
as music on an iPod Shuffle back in the day. Yeah.
That's
I
genius.
aced
Yeah.
his entire year by doing that.
You sneaky, sly bastard. That's why you're not great at history, huh? Or geography.
No, I called an English guy a colonist the other day, and he wasn't happy about it. It was
That makes
funny.
sense. I mean, yes, but no. I
He
guess
was like,
yes.
"You're the fucking colonist, you piece of shit." And I was like, "Yeah, that's why I like spice too, you little cunt." And he didn't find that funny. Yeah.
They were the largest empire in the world. So, I mean,
He was like, "We weren't colonists." I was like, "Yeah, say that to
yeah,
India and
you.
Africa." I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah, exactly. That's great.
Wait, was that someone we all know or
No, it was somebody
No.
okay?
on Discord. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
So to implants again, though, to
yeah,
get back to the implants, is that the only place you were going at, or like were you going with just normal body features, like how we're like, I just don't like this leg, I'm gonna change it.
well, and that's another thing. So you have prosthetics, right? So prosthetics replacing an arm, a leg, a cock, or a clit, even. So you have all these things that could be prosthetics, but technically, advanced prosthetics, it's not a normal. You throw your fucking thigh and your leg kicks after. Maybe you can control it with muscle nerves or impulses that you're able to send to your nervous system that's able to say, okay, I'm wanting to wiggle my toes. And these all come from the brain, right? So all the your brain's a giant computer, if you will, saying, okay, do this, do this, do this. Well, it comes into the play of eventually, I would imagine it gets to the point of, okay, say you want to finger something really fast, or and that
Okay.
was yeah.
Do what?
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, you heard me. Say you want to finger super fast, whether that be even like professional gaming or
Ugh.
being able to type really fast.
Okay.
So there's a lot of applications that maybe it would be faster for a human body to say, okay, I'm going to introduce, a human aspect of a mechanical output, if that makes sense. So I would imagine the best way of putting it is, yeah, you can have an AI do something, but unless an AI is typically told to do something, saying, okay, here's the output, it's not able to equal the equation, right? That makes sense. So,
But like in order to do that, you'd have to like boost the brain power because then you have to send faster and more neuron signals to your
or
extremities.
Or you have a computer in your brain that's able to
That's what I'm
say,
saying.
okay, let's boost this specific area. So if your specific area that you're wanting to boost is saying your motor function, right? So maybe you can have your brain fire a lot faster to allow for faster motor function, whether that be fingers running. I don't know. I keep going to fingers for some reason. Fingering really
Carpal
fast.
tunnel's gonna be a bitch in the future, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
your fucking wrists are about to blow out, fucking
blood off. Yeah,
nerves everywhere. Yeah, just blow up. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it could definitely get to that point. I mean, you have Neuralink when it comes to Elon Musk. Everyone knows Daddy Elon. You have all these different things that he's saying. Okay, it's going to help with Parkinson's. It's going to help with Alzheimer's. It's going to help with pain. It's going to help with a whole bunch of different things. But I think, oh, sorry, dog's barking. I definitely think that it could help with just motor functions in general, whether that be lifting heavy, saying, okay, this computer is able to say, don't lift over this amount of weight, otherwise you'll probably die. But it's able to give you that air quotes strength that people joke about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say
right.
that on a podcast, but I think it will allow for a bigger understanding of human development and the capability of what humankind is capable of. Yeah, is there a point that machines are able to overtake that? I wouldn't imagine it's more than 10, 15 years past right now.
I think we should drink every time the word human comes out of one of our mouths.
Okay, human. Drink.
Human.
Oh, that's a full beer. I am. Ooh.
This rebel is fantastic.
We've got a few questions. Who built the pyramids? Do you guys think it was real people that did it?
Oh, we're back on the pyramids again. Have you not been listening to past conversations on our podcast?
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Aliens.
I'm glad we can answer that.
Or
The
can we talk about
Coral
the-
Castle one. If
Yep.
you listen to the Coral Castle episode, that's the only thing where I'm thinking that we've had ever come to something close with doing that or simulating what they may have done back then. Like I said, their technology that they had may have been a little bit more advanced than we expected or thought. We don't know. We're going based off the
Connery-
information we have, but
I know that you had something you wanted to bring to the table. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
Immediately when I heard pyramids from our listeners, I was like, "Oh, hey, look, we could talk about, the pyramids and how they go up." But immediately I thought, okay, there was this meme I saw, and that's what I thought. I saw this meme of this guy. There was like 5 people in a row, and they're like, "Work smarter, not harder." And there's this guy chiseling off part of the rock to turn it into a ball, so it's easier to roll the rock,
Push,
right?
yeah.
Push the rock. And then there was this Egyptian pharaoh, and he was like, "Why the fuck would we use a sphere rock?" And I was like, "That's funny as shit." It's pretty funny. It was
yeah, how drunk are you on scale of 1 to 10
Yeah,
right
well,
now?
no, okay, hang on. I just thought about this. That is such a good point, Connery.
Yeah.
Couldn't they have just chiseled them into balls and then rolled them where they wanted them and then cut them down
That's what
into
I'm
the shape
thinking.
they were looking
They're
for?
like, "Okay, I want a rectangle," and they're like, "Okay, well, we'll grab a bigger rectangle, right, and then turn it into a ball, and then roll the ball, and then chisel it into the rectangle that you want." That makes sense to me. Is it a lot of work? Yeah, but it's
Limestone.
slavery. Whoop-de-doo. There's plenty of slaves to go around in Jerusalem,
Jesus Christ.
It's only one portion of the slaves that they had.
That's history.
But then
That's
now historians are saying that the slaves were paid. I was like, can you be paid in a slave? Like, I don't know.
We're
but-
paying you with life. You're
Kind
allowed
of
to
like
live.
the kind of
Yeah,
like
here's
the
some
Irish
food.
and Scottish. They were like, "Yeah, help us sail over to America and then we'll pay you and give you land."
And they're like, boom, slaves.
Nope.
And they're like, boom, actually, you're coming back with us, and then you're going to do this again, and then again, and then again, and we'll let you go in a decade. And then they never let them go. Right. That's history, baby.
It's a beautiful and terrifying thing, is it not?
Don't worry, we'll let you go
Back to
eventually. Keep growing.
fucking past and future. We were talking about implants. We were talking about technologies, where we come from, media. Like, so are we officially just all agreeing that we're going to become cyborgs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna be cyborgs.
Adamantium.
Let me throw it. Yeah.
Adam.
Unobtainium. Okay.
That's what it is.
Let's put it this way, Paul. Realistically, human implants are within the next 10 to 15 years, right? It's about the same time your little pecker stops working. If they say, hey,
Says who, bitch?
Genetics. Say.
Says who, bitch? My dad was 45 when I was born. Like, what do you mean?
Fair enough. Anyways, judging somebody's other pecker, I guess. Say you're to throw in a robotic implant into your cock, right? You press a little button in your taint, and next thing you know, it goes up.
That exists.
It does. It does exist. We were talking about it like 30 episodes ago, I think.
Drunk discussions ago.
Yeah, drunk discussions ago about a robotic cock. Well, let's say in the next 10 years, you have robotic implants that are kind of becoming as mainstream as 2004 did with the iPhone, right? People are like, you know what? I hopped in real quick. It was 30-minute interval, fucking surgery. I was in and out, right? Next, I'm able to access the World Wide Web. Now, I did a little bit of research. I'm not going to say it was the greatest bit of research. I was really busy fucking making sure this stream looks sexy as fuck, which
it does. It turned out well. I'm happy with it.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Hopefully more and more of you listeners can tune in to them, because this is impressive.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a late stream tonight but there's this guy named Mikhail Tasrelli. I think I fucked that up completely. But in 2017, he said they install an implant under the skin where the information and code numbers are stored. Kind of sounds like Hitler, and the Jewish,
What?
I'm just going there. Look, I'm just reading what he's saying. I'm interpreting.
A to Z real quickly.
Hang on. Mikhail said what?
Yeah, he said they erase given names. Only the number on the chip is left intact. Then, making use of the chip, they start to act on the nervous system, and the person becomes a serf, who is as good as a zombie. So essentially, he's saying,
terrifying.
Yeah, in 2017 is when he was saying this. So there was a published interview with an astrologer, Mikhail Tasarelli. Again, I fucked that up. Where he claims that electronic chips are being placed under the skin of humans with only a coded number written on them, and it can influence the normal functioning of the nervous system via satellite signal. As a result, the individual transformed into a subservient zombie. So, with that all being said, do we think Biden's a subservient zombie?
No, I think it's the birds.
Could be animals.
I think it's just the age that's getting to that poor man.
Yeah, but aren't they the perfect target? Like, we've all kind of...
The president is what you're saying?
Well, old people.
I'm sorry, I feel rude. I didn't ask. Do you guys want a banana nut muffin?
Dude,
banana bread at work, dude?
Yeah, a little mini banana nut muffin.
Is that...
Hell yeah.
It's a nut muffin.
Did you...
Walnuts?
Is that a homemade nut muffin? Or did you like...
Yeah. Oh yeah, made it myself.
Is it?
Those are the best.
Is it warm still? Is it a warm muffin?
No.
Don't say that.
Don't say it like that.
Warm nut muffin.
But yeah, no, I don't know about Serbian stuff right now. Like, I don't know. That's still kind of like conspiracy theorists and sci-fi. Like, who knows? Maybe. I don't know. We don't know our technology. I feel like not just ours, but multiple governments hide true capabilities to an extent. So who knows? But it could end up being like the Terminator. We're just Skynet, we're all gonna die. It's a simulation. You didn't know this, Connery? It's a simulation.
So let me ask you this, Paul. And Logan, you both have dogs, right? Paul, you have Athena. Mm-hmm. Logan, you have
Shadow.
I was gonna say
took
Ghost.
you a second, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should have been Teddy, but
Yeah, they're both chipped though, right? Athena's chipped.
No, She's not. That
Fair
was
enough.
I found her behind
She's
the
a
Long
trash
John
dog.
Silver's. That's my trash dog.
You can't pay $30 for a chip.
Fuck that, dude. What do you mean? Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I love my dog. I really do. Love her to death. She's like my child.
She
But
runs
if I walked into the vet tomorrow and they're like, this surgery is gonna cost like $2,000, I'm be like, you totaled my dog. Like, I'm sorry. I
Do you
can't
have
do
know
that.
about
Like,
to
that.
put down your
I'll
dog?
get
Paul?
another.
You know how
Yes.
much pet insurance is?
Fuck
Not
that,
that
like-
much.
Wait,
It's been 9 years, man. She's going strong. She's a hell of a
Yeah,
dog, but
Add
Hold
it,
on a
add it
second.
onto your renters.
hold on a second, Paul. You're telling me? Wait, so how are you gonna put down? the
I got her
thing?
for free. Someone gave me a bottle of Jack Daniels for her. You're telling me I'm gonna go in the hole? No.
How are you gonna put down Athena, Paul?
I mean, I would if I had to, and I want to put her out of pain. Absolutely. Like, why should she suffer?
How much would you
if it got
pay
to a point
to put her down?
to save her,
Yeah.
or to save her?
To put
So I'm
her
saying,
down.
like, if there was surgery, like, hey, you have this dog has to have like
Motherfucker.
I hate
Two
you so much
thousand-
right now.
$2,000 worth of
so
sur-
much
stop,
right now.
Stop.
Bro,
If they're like,
if you're
hey, this
ever
is
in a
$2,000.
situation where they go, yo, it's $5,000 to save your dog, but then she'll have 10 more years in her. I'd be like,
She's not. She's
Well,
9.
but I'd be like, yeah, that's true. I love that fucking dog though. I'd be like,
I know.
how much? I'd be looking through my finances, like how much can I give him to save this fucking dog? And I bet you
But
a
we
lot
can't.
of people would go
The
fund
thing,
me.
no, I get that, but the thing is it's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. Even with medical fields now with humans, we give them, oh, it can save you or extend your life 5 years, 4 years. We don't know. It's a gamble. It could end up actually only being 30, or it could be the full 5. In my mind, I love that dog, but I'm not paying $5,000 to save her. Like,
I
she's
am.
had a great, beautiful life,
Okay.
but like
Say-
5 grand's a lot of money.
What about $1,000?
Yes.
It just depends at the time. If I had it, maybe.
Say
But
she's
if I don't
reaching-
have it,
Say she's reaching the end of her
there's
life.
more puppies in the world.
Oh my god. Fucking.
I hate it here.
I love her, but
I'm
like,
going
Oh,
home,
be
mom.
ready
pick
for
me up.
I love her. I do. I love her. She's my baby. But like,
but like
she's already 9.
$35
If
to
she was
fucking-
like 2, if
But
she was
yeah,
2, that's different. If she was like 2 or
19
1, yes,
$19
but, like,
a month, man. It's too much. I can't do it.
no,
Dude, Athena is the perfectly healthiest dog I've ever met.
exactly. So if but if they're gonna be like, hey, it's $2,000 to fix her, we're like, you totaled my
$19
dog.
too
I'm
much.
so
You
upset.
totaled my dog.
so
Like,
upset.
Do I
I'm so
have-
upset
do I
right
have
now.
liability
I'm
on
gonna
this
adopt
dog?
Athena. She's my dog now.
Bullshit. She is spoiled rotten. I love her.
Except
But I'm
when
saying
it
she's
comes to
already
health
older in age.
insurance.
Like, think about this. Xena, my first dog, loved her too.
No, don't.
She died.
Oh,
Oh. She died. Yeah, she died.
Died. Yeah, I'm
Fair
my
enough.
fucking computer. She died at 8 years old, and she was a fucking
what?
yeah. She died at 8,
That was
dude.
young,
She
yeah.
died at 8 years old,
Dude, we fed her all kinds of shit though.
but she wasn't fat. She just got a tumor and like died. Like, it happens.
It's probably from what you fed her,
Nothing.
Logan.
You could have paid thousands of
Probably.
dollars to try to extend her life, but she
All
would
the
have just been
McDonald's
miserable.
fries and
She's
chicken
been on a lot of
nuggets.
meds. Oh well, she was a little nugget, but like, shit happens in the end. I look at it this way, like, and there's a lot of other dogs that need homes. I'll always rescue another one and have them
Right.
then.
Speaking of which, Paul, let me ask you a question without
What?
interruption. Okay. So
So, anyways,
say it's
you.
$500 to put down Athena, right? Humanely put down
Humanely.
Athena. Or
Right.
it's $2 for a 22 right in between the eyes. What are you picking?
Am I living off the grid or am I in civilization?
You're
If I'm in
right where you're at
civilization, I'm
right
not going
now.
to do it. Then yeah, I'd pay the money to get it done, but it's not. It's like $100 for euthanization or whatever.
Yeah, euthanasia. So you can't pay.
Euthanization, not euthanasia.
So you can't pay fucking $35 to get your cunt tagged, is what you're telling me.
Hell no. She listens to me.
It's
If
a
I yell, I mean, not my
one-time fee.
mom, but
What if
Fuck
she
it.
ran? She develops Alzheimer's, and next thing you
the
know, she
only
just runs away
time-
and forgets where she lives.
then I hate to say it's her time.
She's like, she's fucking gone. I don't care if this dog's 10. Peace, bitch.
it's her time. She's starving in a ditch.
Could I have saved her for $35? Probably.
Think about this.
Fuck it.
Remember when she was young and I first got her and we were not first got her, but she was like 3 or 4 years old.
Fucking stupid. That's what she was. She was a
And
hyper
she-
stupid cunt.
She ran from you
Mm-hmm.
2 miles down the road and rolled in cow shit. Connor had to come pick her up.
Fucking found
She rolled
her,
a
found
cow.
her a little, found her little ass in a fucking ditch, covered in cow shit. I didn't even throw her in the bed of my. I didn't even throw her in the cab of my truck. I was like, "You little bitch!" And I grabbed her by her scuff, threw her in the bed of the truck, and I I had a cap on it, or like a rolling cap. And I roll up to the house. I'm like, Paul, I found your dog. And he's like, where is she? I was worried sick. And I open the bed and I'm like, fucking deal with it and clean my truck.
Uh,
It was
it was
so
so
bad.
gross.
So bad.
But we lived in the country. But like, if
Damn,
she
you
got
had
off her
shit in your
leash.
truck?
Oh yeah, I had to clean it out. It was his farm bed truck that he did. That little
No, that was my
camper
Tacoma.
truck.
That was the
Oh,
Tacoma.
it wasn't the camper truck.
No, that was the Tacoma. The brand new
Oh.
fucking Tacoma. 2019. Brand
I
new.
just power washed that bitch out. That's it.
I bought that shit 2 years before it came out on the street.
Miss it, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I
That was a
love
nice
that
truck.
thing. I did like that truck. It was a nice truck.
Even my wife Lauren, she was
But
like,
I guess
"You'd
we'll
be a lot
get
cooler
off.
with
Hold
it."
on. We're going to get off the dog topic because like no one's going to agree with me on anything. But yeah, I would yell at her if I was off the grid. But
I'd old yeller you, bitch.
I wouldn't have. I couldn't do it. But if she was in pain, I could. I mean, I'm not going to let my dog suffer. I would hope I wouldn't have to suffer. If legal suicide was a thing and I was in pain, I'm dying, I'd be like, dude, just take me out.
Oh god, I found our topic for next week.
Just take me out.
What's-
Take me out.
Jesus.
But I guess that's to the future. So let's go back. We're doing future and past shit right now.
Yeah.
And we brought up gaming for something in the past, and that just stuck with me a little bit. And I
Yeah.
know Logan's brought it up before about like the gaming community. What's going on?
Yeah.
So I kind of what I was thinking about was as a kid growing up, what games did I play? What did gaming look like back then? It was mostly younger people. I mean, there were some people like my dad played games, but he played single player games. And I think that is not uncommon because before the internet, you didn't have multiplayer games. So most people, like my dad's age, maybe a little bit older, were playing single player games, right? So my generation was probably the first to really get into when your reflexes are still good, when your reaction time's on par. My generation was the first to get into online gaming, like multiplayer gaming.
Here's to the future.
And so I remember, like, obviously you'd have Halo tournaments and other like esports events, but they were not very big. The cash prizes were not very large. Nowadays, you have huge like Fortnite winnings. Have you looked at like people have
Millions.
millions and millions in Fortnite winnings over a year or two? And now we're moving into games like
Rocket
Warzone
League.
and Rocket League and Apex. RCLS was just like our RLCS just happened.
Yep.
The Pro League for Rocket League just
There,
happened.
there was a team called Moist. Just wanted to throw that out.
ALGS, the Apex Legends Global Series just happened. Um, and so nowadays there's big money in gaming. I mean, it was always a profitable industry for entertainment, but there was other things when we were very young, the
Right.
movie theaters, Best Buy, things like
Outside.
that. Yeah, out touching the grass was
Yeah,
great when I was a kid. Um, but nowadays you have esports everywhere. Most colleges are now picking up esports teams.
it's true.
And I've been playing a lot of Apex. All right. And I joked with the guys prior. I was like, hey, I won a game today when I played after I got off work. 3% chance of that happening. I, in my opinion, think that online multiplayer games have gotten so much more difficult since when I was a kid
Oh, for
because
sure.
people are playing them like it's a job because for some people it is.
Right.
Well, I mean, think about it back, what was it, 7 years ago. People were bitching about their kids fucking just playing video games nonstop. And those kids
Right.
are now professional gamers making $500,000 on a competition.
I just want to say mom. Cough, cough, mom.
Did Mama Rhea fucking bitch
Oh,
at you?
dude, all the time. You play video games, you go outside, do something.
What's crazy is you suck at video games still to this day. So,
It's true.
like Logan?
And the thing is when we went outside, we got in trouble. And she knows that's true too. So
Well, that's because you guys did stupid shit. You've told the stories on the podcast. You fucking
I know.
destroyed cars. You fucking threw out drivetrains. Whole 9 yards.
Shot each other in the face with paintball guns. It's normal shit, It's
Shot
whatever.
Todd in the back.
I told you guys
Yeah.
about Nazi shootout, right?
With a real gun.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So that was a stretch. I hope that the listeners are old listeners. Anyways,
One's my mother.
Yeah. Hi, mom. Yeah, games where they're going right now, I think it's all due to the atmosphere with Twitch, with YouTube, with everything that's kind of being a competition. I think the whole drive of social media and where it's coming, where it's going type of deal is definitely driving on the whole aspect of professional gaming. I mean, you've got Dr. Disrespect. You have, even back in the day, Yogscast being a huge gaming competitor, and they're not even professional gamers in the sense. You had people that just enjoyed gaming, and then YouTube was like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do about doing this while people are playing it live, and Twitch got on board, and then it was all
One by another, everything fell.
everything's fallen into place where professional gaming, you can hop on here right now and find 500,000 people watching one person play fucking GTA 5 that came out 12 years ago.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
there's more people watching professional gaming right now than there is professional sports.
But the thing is, it's not always based on the gamer. It's also based on the game, but the gamer himself, like the charisma and how the person is, how his setup is, everything else around him. Like you don't have to be good and make money from gaming.
Just got to be cringy
Oh, I
as
mean,
fuck.
you have to make good content or be
Yeah,
controversial or, um,
exactly.
I mean, and here's the thing too. I think that gaming for the casual gamer has gotten much more difficult. I work a regular job, right? So I work my 8 hours and then I'm off work and I play games to relax and unwind after work. And I think
Right.
you guys fall in that same bucket.
Agreed.
When you go online and you play games against people who are in the middle of a 12-hour session and have been playing for the last week every day, maybe the last
Running.
month, maybe the last 6 months every day, and this is, they've done 12-hour sessions every day. For the casual gamer, gaming has gotten much less fun because you have to put
Difficult.
in so much time just to keep up with the 18-year-old millionaire who just won their seventh Fortnite tournament. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I agree. 100%.
What's that cunt
It
that's
has definitely
becoming
gotten here.
popular? He was a boxer or MMA fighter. He said vaping's for pussies, bubbling waters for pussies. What's that guy's
Oh, the
name?
one that's all over TikTok that people
All
are talking
over.
about. Something Tate.
Yeah,
Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew
Andrew
Tate.
Tate.
Yeah, he was just banned off of Twitter and Facebook. Um,
Good.
I don't know where I was going with Andrew Tate, but
Well, just wanted to bring him up,
I just wanted to
throw
bring
his
him
name
up,
out there.
get in the algorithm. Look, Andrew Tate, you come find me. I'll whoop your ass.
He's gonna fight you. Let's fight him. Yeah, we got our
I'll
internet
do it
fight.
live.
Fight.
I would pay to see that.
I
Let's get
would
a
pay to see
pay-per-view.
that. You'd get your ass kicked. I'm
Yeah, it'd
sorry.
be
Look,
great.
100%
Andrew
get your
Tate
ass
doesn't
kicked.
use his teeth, and Andrew Tate doesn't bite nuts. I'll fucking
That's not
find some.
real MMA then. That's just pussy street fight shit.
Mixed martial arts. I'm pretty sure. Actually, you know what? Fuck you, Paul. I'm gonna develop my own mixed martial arts, and it's called
With
ball
your teeth.
chomping. Technically, it's MMA.
It's not
are
legal
used
to
to have-
UFC though.
You are used to having balls in your mouth. I mean,
Ouch.
Got him. Ha.
But
I'm sorry, that was wrong.
where were you going with Andrew Tate though? Like we were on a topic and you just threw us to left field.
Okay, so
Fucking
hang
time.
on,
Paul. You
hang
got
on.
a new tattoo, didn't you? Sorry, ADHD
did.
kicking in. Let me see it. Pull it up. Damn, son.
And now I gotta fill this shit.
You got some new tattoo ink that doesn't match your fucking National Guard tattoos that everyone gets. Look at that. The compass
I
and
don't
the
have
trees.
Fuck you, first of all. I drew this shit and this.
Yeah, so did
So-
every other National Guard member. Oh, hey,
No.
look.
You know how to find your way in the woods.
I can. Scouting.
Called
It's from scouting, first of all.
Orienteering.
Gotta hold it up into the fucking sun, make sure it's aligning properly.
It points to my heart.
Oh, that's so
How
cute.
you feel like an ass now, don't you?
No, I don't.
So wait, actually, here's a question, and this just kind of came into my head. No, this just popped in because you brought up tattoos. Do you think tattoos are gonna get futuristic too? Like if we have that technology, you can look at tattoos and it goes like 3D or like
Well, I mean,
changes
you've
or
already
moves.
You've already got kind of like the modern futuristic side of it where people are getting like QR codes, right?
Right.
Or barcodes, and the
Or
barcodes-
apps where they make them talk and shit.
I mean, the barcodes kind of go to a little bit Nazism in my sense. Like I'm seeing people with fucking numbers.
What
I'm
is
like,
with you and Hitler and Nazis tonight?
I'm going off on a rampage.
We know you're blonde and blue-eyed, but chill out, my guy.
No, anyways, fair enough. But you've got QR codes, barcodes, you got things like that. I think it's going to get to the point of NFTs could get involved with tattoos, right? You scan this and you'll be able to see my NFT in 3D. I think that would be
One of a one. That some certain tattoos are done by artists that are one of one. So yeah.
exactly.
Get a QR code of like SpongeBob SquarePants. It's just the Google link to a SpongeBob SquarePants image.
Or Rick
Or a
rolling.
meme.
Fucking
No,
Rick
this is Patrick.
we've got a question. So by Paul's mom.
Oh God.
And we got to have her on eventually on the Mother's Day podcast.
I
But
know, it was fun.
my great grandmother grew up without electricity and outhouses. Imagine that. Imagine not being able to flush anything. It just falls into a hole. All you hear is plop.
You never shit in a porta john?
Or you just put it in a bucket and dump it in the streets where the peasants live.
I've shit outside my house when I live in a suburban.
Lauren, please tell me that's never happened.
See, and that's why I don't drink Captain Morgan.
That's what it was.
I've shit
but
outside
yeah.
of your house, Paul. Anyways, and a man.
Hopefully
walking
not
on the
outside
moon.
of mine.
So she's seen a man walking on the moon. What will our generation see? Do you think our generation, right? So we're millennials. What do you think we're gonna see? Do you think we'll see men walking on the not on the moon, but on Mars?
Mars.
Do you think civilization?
Mars is doable.
Do you think civilization starting on the moon or on Mars is possible within our lifetime?
Oh, the moon is hollow. You didn't know this?
She said like the Jetsons, though. I just have to say I'm skeptical that flying cars will ever be available to the general public. They
Never.
can't trust us to drive on the road.
My
let alone in air.
I don't know how old she is, but we'll just say my 50 plus. I think it's older than that. Grandmother, or not grandmother, in-law. I am fucking toasted. I hope
So
she
your
doesn't
grandma
see this.
was much older than that.
There she is. She's like 72, 73, but we call her.
Oh, just the
we say
age of
she's
my
50.
father. So it's all right.
Fair enough. I don't know where I was going this, but she drove down to Florida. She drove down. Oh, by the way, my baby's gonna be here in like 2 days. Hey, it might be tonight. Who knows? I'm drunk. We'll find out. Hopefully, I don't have to order an Uber.
That's gonna be one hell of an Uber ride.
Yeah.
It'll be $150, sir, because her discharge is on the back seat.
Oh, and he threw up. That's $380. Yeah. Where was I fucking going with this? I'm drunk.
Well,
Pick it up, son. Come on.
yeah.
I don't know.
While
where I
we're
was going with
young.
that. I don't know.
Well,
I
congratulations on potentially fucking up your fatherhood duty right off the rip.
But
Honey,
yeah,
drive me to the hospital. I'm fucking going into labor. Honey, I'm drunk.
what
You gotta
what
find.
will we see
Not driving
in our
shit.
generation? You know, maybe a collapse of the market. Oh wait, we've seen two of those. Maybe a housing market collapse.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Two of
seen
those
that.
two.
Two of those two.
Maybe
Maybe
a
a
war.
pandemic?
Oh wait,
Oh.
no, there was a war going on when I was born that didn't end until I was 23.
Wait.
Right.
We've seen 4 of those.
No, I mean, in all seriousness, I think the next step is going to be the world is going to go much more virtual. And the reason for that is going to be because we're going to be pushing for green energy. And the idea will be you will save more and have less emissions if everybody is able to be entertained within the comfort of their own home. So, in a way, we are kind of playing into the future plan by what we're doing right now. Not having a brick and mortar location where we're recording.
I sure as fuck
Right?
don't like recording this late at night, to be honest. I'm tired of shit.
Might have to go to Saturdays.
Where the fuck did we even come up with the conversation we're at? We started talking about what? Dogs? Did we talk
Let's
about
not go back to the dog topic because I don't want to hurt anyone's fucking feelings.
Oh, yeah,
I'm-
that's right. Shooting Athena without remorse. That's what it was.
That is not at all what came out of my mouth. I would cry like a baby, but if I want to put, like, if she's in pain, I'm going to end the pain.
What if your vet told you, hey, it's $500, and then I whispered in your ear, hey, 25 cents, I'll make it quick. What would you pick? What would you pick, Paul?
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on the time. If I had the money, I would do the euthanization so she feels
You're like,
nothing.
you
but
know
at the
what?
same point,
You know what?
a bullet in the
25
head,
cents.
she's not going to feel anything either.
I
So,
didn't say a
like,
bullet. It could have been a shoelace.
Yeah,
That's
quick
even
little-
worse.
Yeah,
What?
22. A 22 gauge shoelace. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's terrible. No, that's terrible. You choke your dog out? No. Ugh.
Future.
Make it quick. Make it
Like
fast.
Will Smith and what's that
I
movie?
mean, think
I Am
about this.
Legend.
If Rangers, out there are people that are still on their horses out there. If the horse gets injured and they're out in the
What?
fucking bush, like, you gotta do what
Ain't
you gotta
nobody
do.
out there on a horse.
Bullshit. You been in Montana?
Hang on.
No.
There are still
got
ranchers
cars?
that use horses, buddy.
They got cars
No,
And
no, boy,
trucks?
out in the field. Hold on,
and
let me get on here.
military vehicles.
Hold on
I mean,
a
some of them
second.
use razors, but still, a lot of them still use horses, my boy. And if your horse gets seriously injured,
Hold on a
they end
second,
it.
Catherine.
You're
Let
not
me
gonna
hop in my
fucking
Les
let it
Baru
suffer.
Outback.
I'm sorry. I love my animals, but I'm not gonna let them suffer. Never would I want to have something suffer.
That's why
Fuck
you
that.
pay 25 cents. For
I'd
a
never
sushi.
want to suffer. Fuck that.
Paul, I love
What?
you, buddy, but you're already suffering.
Excuse me, how?
Excuse me, bitch. How?
How? I'm alive. I'm thriving.
Thriving?
That's a
Aliving?
positivity.
But do you have the implant of the future?
No, I don't, because, well, some people would say that they would be for it, and some people would come out and be like, "It's the sign of the devil, 666."
I'm gonna get the implant. I don't care.
All right.
Who cares? What are they?
Be-
What are they
before-
gonna get from me? What are they
What if
gonna
it's
get
an-
out of me?
But here, when it first comes out, what if that thing is like dumb expensive, like unobtainable expensive for us?
Like,
Then I ain't getting it.
what are we talking
Exactly.
about? Expensive, right? People are still buying the $1,500 new iPhone, right?
Right. And I'm saying, like, what if this was a $30,000 procedure?
I think you're gonna see a lot of people with it. I really do.
You'd see the wealthy with it
Yeah, I mean, all of us.
until until a president comes in. Everybody gets it. It's my Obama, my Obama phone, my built-in Obama phone.
Oh God, I forgot about the Obama phone being a thing. Fuck.
What does he call it? Neuralink. It's my Trump Neuralink. I got it. It's the greatest.
Trollolink, yeah. I don't know. I mean, is that going to be the first piece of mainstream? And we'll use that word as the fucking pop word of the day. Mainstream. Is that the first mainstream piece of tech people are going to start having implanted into their bodies instead of IEDs or IUDs? Not IEDs.
IEDs.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think
you know,
that's
some
what-
people love to implant EFPs. You know.
That pussy's exploding. Oh God. Oh shit. And my sister's watching those.
Cheers to that. That's
Cheers.
great.
No, anyways, what do you think will be the first mainstream piece of technology people are getting implanted? I mean, let's be honest. The first mainstream cell phone
Communication.
is
It'd be a
iPhone,
phone.
right?
Yeah.
So do you think the
Probably-
moment they come out with like
Probably
a fitness device or something? I don't know.
it'll probably be explosively formed penetrators. That'll probably be what people implant.
A constant like
Just come right out the side, like you
Vibration
have a
device.
home invader, and you just click a button, and it's
Would we just have an antenna pop out the back of our head, just like, "Ee." Hold on, I get better signal.
be looking like Futurama? What's his name? Starts with a B.
Bender.
That one.
Yes, Bender's the best.
Wh-
But that's his appendage.
Do you think, and this is a weird question, so you know how you had cell phones and you had landlines and you had email, you had all these different devices that you could use to
AOL,
communicate,
bitch.
but there was
AIM.
always that mid-ground device, the press it for 911, the help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Life
The-
alert.
Yeah, life
Life-
alert.
Yeah, sorry. Life Alert. Do you think there's going to be like a mid-ground implant, sort of like how Life Alert is, where it's sort of like, yeah, you have all this other fucking devices you can use to get emergency help, but you decided to press this button that you have hanging on a necklace type of deal? Do you think there's going to be a mid-ground device that's an
Well,
implant like that?
think about it, right? You're elderly, and the generation you're now in is not what you grew up with. You're not living in this a world of high advanced technology that you have never used in your modern day life, and you're already been retired. That's not easy for anyone to just pick up. It's not an easy. I mean, it's easy for us because we grew up with it, but teaching my father how to use technology was a bitch. Absolute hellhole to try. And then when he learned it, it was even worse because then he'd just go hog wild with it, and you'd have like 80,000 recordings on your freaking your TV, or like your entire computer is just full of random searches. But my thing is the life alert thing. I mean, it's quick, it's easy. They know where it's at, and it's easily accessible. So like when you're elderly, like when you're fucking 95, Connery, I guarantee you that you're gonna be hobbling around and you're just gonna be like not wanting to do shit. All you want to do is eat and sleep.
I'm gonna also purposely have my balls out in every occasion.
Just to get away with it because you can, because you're senile.
Yes.
Sir, your balls are showing.
I do that now, and all I get is a fucking tag that I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, HR calls you again.
We're tired
Connery,
of having your
please.
balls out, sir. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, this is kind of a weird podcast. We were kind of future past dogs, dogs
pretty drunk.
being killed, type
Murdering
of
dogs.
shit. Yeah.
I'm not. Fuck you guys. Fuck
it's
you
fine.
guys.
It's fine. You have
Says
your
I
the
just
fucking-
don't want my puppy to suffer. Fuck
you have your opinion.
You're
I mean,
right. You want to not pay any money to put your dog down gracefully. Anyways,
That's not exactly what I said.
You're
just
right,
not an
okay.
absorbent amount of money to save it if it's stupid expensive.
right.
He wants to
I'm
kill his
sorry.
dog. All right, so
with the shoelace.
Putting words in my mouth. With that being said, thank you for joining us, guys. It's been fantastic. We always look forward to it, and this is one of my favorite things to do every single week. So
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us on a late episode. Be sure to tune in every single, hopefully Friday. It could turn to Saturday, right? We were talking about that. But I will update the streams on all of the social medias, so you can be sure to tune in live. Join us. Check out all of the brand new merch. We've released a whole new line of baby merchandise even, where you're able to buy.
I wonder why.
Well, it's because I have a little vagina squad coming out of my wife.
I do to say the new sweaters though. I'm getting one of those.
The tie-dye sweaters with embroidered logos. It looks fucking dope. Be sure to check us out
Crazy.
on Twitch. You can find our merch on Redbubble. You can also email us or find us all across the social media. But if you want to ask us a question, you can email us at drunkscussion.crew@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitch and you can chat with us live. And with that being said, Logan, take it away.
thank you guys so much for listening this week. We love you. And if there's anything you want to hear from us, please do not hesitate to reach out via email or on our social media platforms. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and stay motivated.
Drink one for me.
Anyways, that's it. Let me just fucking. I don't really have like an intermission type of thing, so I'll throw it at the intro.
What happened was we got caught up in a drunk discussion, and then he burned the bacon.
One giant leap for mankind.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we're going to the lobby. Hi guys, it's just me by myself. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Oh, there I am. All right, love you all. Bye.